Hi there. I'm Dr. Melissa Keeley. I'm the Director of Environmental Studies and Environmental and Sustainability Science here at George Washington University. I want to quickly share my screen with you and talk you through 10 things that every environmental studies and environmental and sustainability science major should know. So first, please sign up and read advising emails. I send those out several times per semester. I include registration help, reminders about requirements, information about departmental events, and all sorts of other helpful, timely information. If you're not receiving them, please double check that it hasn't landed in spam, and then contact either Dr. Keeley at me or our department if you're not receiving them. So the second thing that you should know is the role of advisors in your life. So your home college advisors, that may be your CCAS advisors, but it could also be your Elliott School advisors or your Milken School advisors, continue to be your main contact for study away, for your GPAC requirements, for a lot of GWU procedural things like academic probation and graduation clearance. So you still should be in contact with them for those types of things. Your major advisors, so the faculty members in this department, help you with declaring a major, helping you think about your interests and suggesting courses that you might be interested in. Applying credits taken elsewhere back to the major, so either through study abroad or if you take classes at other universities. And we're also the folks who can help you consider internships, research, and career options. The third thing to know is that our majors are more flexible than they appear. So I would recommend that when it's time to register for classes, that you really do a thorough look through the offerings of all sorts of different departments to see if there are new classes that interest you. You can get the syllabus from the professor who's teaching the class, and then email it to your major advisor for consideration as an upper level class in the major. So, it takes a while for us to be able to update the majors, and many great classes are new on the books. So we're happy to offer that flexibility to allow you access to the courses that really interest you. The fourth thing to know is that DegreeMap is unreliable. So you really should be on top of your own DegreeMap, checking to make sure that classes are counting as you expect. That's both because of the flexibility that we offer. A lot of times those classes that aren't officially on our list have to be entered by hand and mistakes happen. But also there are sometimes odd problems about how different classes apply. So you need to reach out to your major advisor about any problems you find. The second challenge with DegreeMap is that DegreeMap will double count everything if you have a double major or a major and a minor. But the truth is that what matters isn't the number of majors or minors that you collect on your resume, but what you've actually learned. And so, for instance, if you were a major in environmental studies and a minor in sustainability, but you really didn't take any classes that were unique between those two programs, that's not the spirit of what we're trying to do here. And I've actually had students be asked questions like that in an interview, like how are these two degrees actually different? And you want to have ways to talk about their difference. So I would suggest that between two majors, at least 4 upper level courses need to be unique, and at least 3 should be unique for minors, though DegreeMap won't enforce that. So the next point I'd like to make is that our community is a vital part of your experience at GW and is your first professional network. So we host events throughout the year, and it's worthwhile for you to come together and connect with a community that can help you choose classes, find internships, and hear about activities on campus. Each year, our seniors host what we call a buddy group, kind of an informal group of a small group of students who gets together a couple times per semester to just chat about how things are going. Those events are also a great way to get to know your professors who can serve as mentors and help you in other ways as well. So speaking of developing mentors, so mentors help you by suggesting strategies for career or job searches. Often it's the students who we know best, who we offer research opportunities to, and we can also serve as letters of recommendation. And you might say, well, how do I develop a mentor? And that really is up to you to take the steps to get to know your professors. So I would encourage you to stay in touch with your professors by going to their office hours and through email. I often recommend that if students come across an idea in another class, or maybe a newspaper article or something that reminds them of content that we covered together, they could send me a link or drop me a line. Also, you can come to departmental activities and talk to us. But at the end of the day, it's important to know that office hours aren't just for problems. They're also a place to talk about shared professional and academic interests. And I'd encourage you to use them that way. So the next point I'd like to make is that you should read and maybe archive the GeoDigest. So as one of our majors, you should be receiving periodically an email called the GeoDigest, which is a compilation of opportunities for students. All of the professors send the opportunities that we hear about into that central source, and it comes out as like a digest periodically. So that includes internships, scholarships, full-time jobs, talks, conferences, those sorts of things. So even before you're really looking for an internship or a scholarship or a job, reading through the GeoDigest will help you understand and think about the possibilities out there. And you might even consider browsing through past issues to get ideas of organizations to contact who have hired our students in the past. The next point I'd like to make is to encourage you to think about your summers strategically. A different and sometimes important approach for some students is to do what I call flipping your summers and actually enrolling in classes over the summer. And this is because so students from across the country and maybe even across the globe flood DC over the summer looking for internships. And for that reason, internships can actually be easier to find during the school year than they are during the summer. And our students do have access to just incredible internships. At the same time, staying in DC over the summer can be really expensive. So enrolling in classes, either at other universities and then applying that back to GW, which you need to do cautiously and talk to all your advisors, your major advisors and your college advisors beforehand, so that you understand how those courses will be applied back at GW, or how they can be applied back at GW. But GW also has a lot of online classes that you could take virtually and sometimes even asynchronously. And having those credits out of the way allows you to be more flexible with your schedule during the school year. So number 9, study abroad is a great opportunity. GW has some interesting vocabulary around that term. So study abroad is handled through the study abroad offices and specifically applies to programs that are handled through GW. Study away is a term that GW uses for any other opportunity. It could be located abroad or at some other US institution. And again, you need to talk with your home college advisor and us to understand both that it's possible to take those classes and apply them to GW, and then specifically to understand how those study abroad classes will apply to your major. And emailing the syllabus or course description to your major advisor is a great way to get clarity on that. Finally, number 10, and thank you for sticking with me, is that you must take ENVR 4195 in the fall of your senior year. That is a capstone class, which is a graduation requirement for both of our majors in environmental studies and environmental sciences. Note that you have to take the capstone class for each of your majors if you're a double major. So if you're a geography major and an environmental studies major, you need to take geography's capstone class and our capstone class. And the class generally has 3 major elements. Normally, we have a semester-long class project that has applied like real world work that we engage in. We have some activities to prepare students for the job search and really focus on community building and networking. So I appreciate your time and attention, and I really hope that this has helped you figure out some key strategies and things to be thinking about and doing as an environmental studies major.